Roberto Duran fought with a fury that shocked the world.
He would punch in your face at a press conference.
He was a hero to his people until he uttered the most infamous words in boxing history.
Duran says no. He quit.
And was branded a coward.
Nobody likes a quitter, and that was a shocking blow.
Roberto Duran, Beyond the Glory. Tomorrow at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Back at the Civic Center, the Wolfpac out in front of Quebec 3-1 as we get ready to start the third period of play. You can see the series history. Ken Jernander, 4 goals. But look at the penalty minutes per game. 30 for Quebec, 24.5 for the Wolfpac. We don't have nearly that many right now tonight for these two teams. Just 16 between them both, Jerry. So maybe this third period you might see the physical play turned up just a notch.
And you know the Wolfpac just don't even want to deal with minor penalties. They want to go 20 minutes. They want to get 4 lines out here. This team last night gets in at 3:30 in the morning. Quebec gets in at 5:30 in the morning, by the way, here. One goes to Philly and Wolfpac, and the other one goes back home in Quebec to play again tomorrow night.
Do they have frequent bus miles? Like frequent rider miles like you have on a plane?
Imagine that. 5:30 in the morning. You play a game last night, you get in at 5:30. What do you eat? Breakfast? You eat dinner at 5:30 in the morning and you go hit the hay again.
Back into the Wolfpac zone as the 20 seconds they had left on that power play expiring, and Brad Smith now pushes it toward Garon. He'll leave it behind the net. Around the boards, DeLille works it to the blue line, but Todd Hall takes it for the Wolfpac. Back towards the Quebec line. Whoops. Down went Bertrand, slid hard into the boards, but he's backing up at it. Hall in his own end. 2 players on him, including Doyle. But he banks it off the glass and out to center. Now Rivero. There's an opportunity for Quebec. Rivero couldn't work it over to the left side to Bertrand. Intercepted though by DeLille. Bertrand right at the spot. Misplays the puck. Now tied up in the corner by Henry. Rivero comes away with the puck. Takes a hit from Kennedy, and now the battle continues behind the Wolfpac goal. DeLille comes away with it. Back behind the net, Rivero tries to work away from Bannister. Can't quite do it. Bannister goes down, but mission accomplished as Kennedy comes away with the puck. Jernander. He'll dump it into the Quebec zone. Kennedy goes after Caron, has to leave it. Down goes Kennedy. Penalty coming up again on DeWolf. Josh DeWolf picks up his second penalty in just moments. He was just out of the penalty box. In fact, he was the guy that was called at the end of the second period. Now here, just a minute and 53 seconds into the third period, he's back into the box.
No, he's having a tendency to keep that stick in the wrong place. He gets it hooked up here in Chris Kennedy. Kennedy goes down, and that time the call is made. So he's got to get that stick in different areas. Oh, you can see it between the legs. That's what does it. Kind of lifts Kennedy right up off his skates. There's no question there's a penalty. Most importantly, Wolfpac now also get the power play. They get the face-off inside the zone. So those are the ones that hurt. Penalty inside your own end.
Rough evening for Josh DeWolf. Quebec has 12 minutes of penalties. He's got half of them. 1 in each period. Now Hall at the line. Works it over to Doig. Shot blocker save made by Garon. Tipped by Jernander as it made its way through. Now Doig, another opportunity. It goes into the corner. Hall pinches down to keep the puck alive, but cleared out by Quebec. Gets by Doig. Yeremayev comes out to play it. And thought he was going to try and move it up ice, but instead left it. Now taken away. Oh, and falling down was Francois Fortier. Had an opportunity right in front of Yeremayev. Lost an edge and down he went.
Jason Doig at his pocket pick behind the net. Created a good scoring opportunity for Quebec.
And taken away from Toms, but Jonathan DeLille tripped up with no call. That all happened in slow motion. Now Doig works it across the line, but poked up into the seats by Richter, and that'll stop play with 17:09 to go in the period. 1:02 left in the power play.
John Paddock going to be able to get a fresh group of guys out here. He looks like he's going to have Drew Bannister and Terry Virtue on the blue line with Derek Armstrong, Brad Smith back together, and Boyd Kane on the left side. So he's looking for some offensive opportunity from these guys. 1:02 left in this power play for the Wolfpac. 3-1, up by 2. John Paddock would love to see this next goal go in for the Wolfpack.
Face off just outside the Quebec zone. Armstrong will step in against Marc Bocage. Now Bocage at the line. Left wing side for Jonathan DeLille. And DeLille converged upon by 3 Wolfpack players. Now behind the net. Boyd Kane shovels it back behind the goal to Bannister. Bannister almost loses it to DeLille just inside the zone. But now out to center. Armstrong across the line, working with Smith. However, nice job by Gennady Razin to take it away from Armstrong. Clears it down. And now taken by Virtue. Virtue across the line. Kane in the corner. Razin knocks it away from Virtue. Played right out in front. Armstrong couldn't get there. And here comes Ribeiro. Right between the circle. Shot saved by Yeremiev. Ribeiro knocked off the puck. Kane leaves it for Virtue over to Bannister. He's still trying to get away from Mike Ribeiro, excuse me.
Yeremiev just following the puck nicely on Ribeiro that time. He's just playing, Yeremiev is playing extremely well right now. He's not committing too early. What he's doing is staying with the play as much as he can. Then he's going to eventually stay with the shot.
Bertrand across the line, leaves it there for Chouinard. Takes a hit into the corner. Bertrand goes after him. Out in front, Ribeiro still can't get a shot off. Was tied up by the Wolfpack players, by both Virtue and Tobler, and he never could really get the snap on the shot. It just went into Yeremiev, and he's able to hold on. Wolfpack still lead it by 2 in front of Quebec.
The thing I like the most about the DR chipper is the quality. This is a first-rate, what I would call industrial strength piece of machinery for a private homeowner.
The DR chipper is a wonderful machine. I can put a 20-foot long tree in it. It'll take the whole thing without bogging down.
DR chipper will do a heavy wood, a soft wood. I've done cherry, hollies, oaks. It does the job, and that's basically what people are going to put their money up. That's what they want. Something's going to do the job and do a good job, and that's DR.
You can try out a DR chipper for 30 days risk-free. Call 1-800-367-1900 for your free DR chipper catalog and video. There's no obligation, so call now, 1-800-367-1900.
Back at the Civic Center, the Wolfpack leading Quebec 3-1, but there are other games coming up in the New England Division. Providence home for Lowell tomorrow night as they complete a home-and-home series. Portland will take on St. John. The Wolfpack, of course, against Philadelphia. Worcester will take on Portland. Lowell gets Worcester on Friday, and Springfield against Portland on Friday. So teams mixing it up within the division. At the upcoming week's schedule, next home games for each team in the New England Division. Jason Goignan. On the boards, Tuzolino plays ahead. Jernander working with Tobler. Jernander up, poked away by Descouteau. Back to Jernander. And now Quebec clears out. Sevigny. Chouinard, shot save made by Vitaly Yeremiev. Here's Bashkirov. Sevigny works it up the boards though. Tuzolino takes over for Hartford. Clears to Durden, who dumps it into the corner of the Quebec zone. Garon. Up the boards, and Tuzolino takes it there. Tuzolino goes down. Durden takes the puck. He's dumped as well. This time by Miroslav Gurin. And now Henry at the red line. Plays back to Virtue. Tuzolino tries to work it by Descouteau. And dumped in by Hartford. 14.5 to go third period.
Wolfpack team still looking for their first shot in the third period. Right now have not been able to get anything to the net.
Gurin drops back off the post by Bertrand. Bertrand, another opportunity. This one goes wide around the boards and cleared out by the Wolfpack. The Wolf takes it for Quebec. DeLille tries to scoop it up as he goes by. Can't quite get to it, and Henry has it now for the Wolfpack. He'll drive it in on Garon. Plays it out to the point. Bertrand moves it through the neutral zone, and coming onto it there was DeLille, but Not only a 2-line pass, a 3-line pass.
Streaking down the right-hand side that time was DeLille and knocking the puck out of the air, but it was a 2-line pass going to come back in the Quebec end.
They always talk about removing the red line to open up play like they do in college. Would that still have been a 2-line pass?
With it being 3. There's a shot right there, saved by the post. Yeremayev doing a good job by covering the post, but just snuck by him a little bit. Fortunate for the Wolfpack.
That's why the faceoff's just inside the Quebec zone, because that's where the pass came from by the Wolf. Now, that was almost dangerous. Gennady Razin was trying to play it out to Matt Higgins, and it deflected right off of Jeff Toms and almost beat Guerin.
It's one of the ones, Guerin is a goaltender. You never expect that to happen, and sometimes you can get caught sleeping at the wheel. Watch Razin put the pass right there, and that time he wasn't sleeping at the wheel, coming up with the glove stop, and boy, that was close. Dangerous play by Razin.
Toms, Jernander, Kennedy with Doig and Bannister. Higgins to take the draw for Quebec. Doig works right out in front, could never get the shot off. Fortier takes over for Quebec, loses it. Jernander takes it for the Wolfpack. Behind the goal, Kennedy. Coming in as Fortier applies the body. Odette trying to clear out, can't quite do it. Bannister keeps it in. Shot knocked down in front, and here comes Quebec. That's Matthew Raby. Across the line, Fortier into the corner, Jernander there. Higgins tied up by Doig. Raby will send the puck around the boards. Comes out the far side, the Wolf. Turns, shoots, never gets through. Doig has it now for the Wolfpack. It's cut down by Ken Jernander. Good play there. And now Fortier. Back over, was trying to find Higgins, intercepted by Toms. He'll just gently push it into the zone as the Wolfpack complete the line change. There's Armstrong, Hall, and Kane. Armstrong, Kane, and Smith out. Todd Hall on defense. As he's working with Virtue. Takes the shot, saved by Guerin. He'll just gather that one in. 12:39 to go, third period. Wolfpack leading by a score of 3-1.
It's creamy.
It's crunchy.
It's heavenly.
It's decadent.
It's a snack.
It's lunch.
It's even breakfast.
It's totally different.
It's totally delicious.
It's McDonald's new fruit and yogurt parfait, and it's got something for everybody,
including you.
We know sweat on hardwood, blood on ice, flesh on diamonds, rings and ties. We know hearts beat stronger, hopes hope harder. For victory, our souls we barter. We know karmic waves of pride and glory, and when pain's the only story, we know the tears you're concealing. You know we know the feeling.
Back at the Civic Center, the Wolfpack leading over Eric Levine's Quebec club, and you can see the Citadels struggling on the road this season. In fact, just one win in their last 10 away from Le Colisée.
You're averaging 35 shots against per game. That certainly is going to make it difficult to win games. And right now, they've already given up 34 to the Wolfpack with 12 minutes to go in this third period.
And Boyd Kane behind the net, pops out in front. Smith can't get a stick on it. Virtue overskates. Chouinard takes it. Plays ahead looking for Bashkirov. It's by Bashkirov, races on. Yeremayev knocks it away, but Bashkirov plays it well. Although Armstrong intercepts the centering pass. And now Kane leaves for Todd Hall, who tried to poke it ahead. Now Smith takes it. Armstrong back down in front. Nobody at home for the Wolfpack. Kane and Smith were converging. Neither got to it. Now behind the goal again, Smith trying to turn and get the shot off. Looking for his 46th goal of the season. Instead up top. Shot by Hall, just wide of the post. Armstrong after the loose puck. Plays it behind the goal. Smith is there once again. Tied up by Chouinard.